everybody. So I see a lot of new members today. Let me welcome them if I can see them. Snydolf. I've seen a lot of things from Snydolf. I suspect what you're yep, that's what I thought it was. I see it. It's Snyder and Randolph. That's very sweet of you. Let's see here. Let's see. So new members that I can see are, hold on, let me scroll down. If you join during a live stream, you get a shout out. Woohoo! RW, welcome. JC, welcome. Nice branding, JC. And then I think I saw, oh, yeah, Rippy. Rippy, that's a very compelling picture you have there. Looks like someone going up some stairs, maybe? Oh, no. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. All right. Oh, and Maria Overturf. Hey, Maria, you have a great picture, too. It's so nice to see everybody. I'm trying to do more of the live streams this week. Hey, Adam Gray. And so I'm sorry this one's a little bit late, but I'm just trying to get everything up. Rodney, I feel so bad for you. Rodney really wants me to do a Raya and the Last Dragon watch along. But the problem is, hey, Frank Heinzelman, that's a great name. My problem is that WandaVision is this weekend. So it's WandaVision weekend. I'm going to, I have to take some time to catch up on my sleep after I cover the debut. Hey, Mike, the finale. Hey, Mike Hales. And then the next day, I'm going to be doing WandaVision content all Saturday. I'm working all weekend because then Movie Math, of course, is on Sunday. So it's a little bit hard to do a watch along for Raya. And so I'm very sorry, Rodney. I mean, I'm still going to do a spoiler, even though normally I would not do a spoiler review for a movie review that doesn't hit 100,000 views. The interest in Raya is low. I feel very bad for it. I hope enough, I think that the real problem, that's right, it's Dancing Dog 60. It's not just a finale for WandaVision, it's a grand finale. But I do feel that the paywall for Raya is really hurting it. Like if this was Soul that was available at no extra cost, I think more people would be watching it on Friday. But as is, I think people got burned on Mulan, and I have to say, I really enjoyed watching Mulan, but I was annoyed that I paid $30 and didn't get any of the extras. I mean, I don't know. I think they feel it's like going to the movie theater, so that's what you're really getting. But $30 is a lot. It's a very good movie, though. I'm buying it again. I'm going to be paying the $30 so that my whole family can watch it. And so I'll take a gander myself. And I'm very excited to watch it again. I just thought it was an incredible film. Hey, Brody Rule, welcome back. I just absolutely adored it. I thought it was so good. I was a little surprised to see some of the backhanded compliments it was getting over on Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, what? It was really good. All right, so today we're going to talk about Golden Globes. I'm a little zonked today because I did Movie Math, then I worked on the Raya review, and then I had the Golden Globes. And it was a huge effort to cover the Golden Globes. Live tweeting is basically like, having your head down over your phone. You don't really get to watch the show. I don't mind, but, it's like I've gone to people's houses at non-COVID time to watch awards shows while I live tweet them, and I always have to apologize and be like, I know I came to your house and just looked at my phone the whole time, but thanks for having me. That's just like the way it is to cover it. So it was a lot of work, and no one cared. It was like, thank you for those of you who joined me, but for the most part, the Golden Globes they trended, but, I think that's because a bunch of us were tweeting about it. I think there's a lot of journalists sitting there tweeting about it that got everything to trend. I don't think that anybody, I don't think any of those tweets were genuine. So anyway, let's talk. First, we're going to go through all the winners and my thoughts on them in just a moment. But first, I'm going to talk to you about the ratings, the scandal, and the best moments of the show. So we're going to do a little recap up front. All right, so Random Gamer says, as a journalist, I know the feeling, Grace. Yep, right? You're like, does anybody care? And everyone's like, do not care. And you're like, damn it. All right, it's tough. It's tough when, when audience doesn't care, the audience just doesn't care. All right, so first off, the ratings. They're not officially in, but we have early numbers, and they're bad. They're so bad. So last year, just to give you a watermark, last year, I'm glad, Sith Rodriguez, you liked my Golden Globe tweets. It is much more fun watching with you guys. So anyway, the Golden Globes last year pulled in 18.3 million people, by the end of all the things that were counted. That's like 18.3 million not only tuned in live, but watched it like they had taped it or they watched the replay. So 18.3 million, and that was not a great number, by the way, but that's what they did last year. This year so far, they're looking at about 5.4 million early numbers. That is so weak. That is really weak. That is less than a third as to the people who watched it the last year. I mean, what a disaster. That is about the same numbers as like, for instance, although I have to be fair, like when Young Rock debuted, that was a very big debut for a sitcom, that had about 5.4 million viewers. But basically it wasn't an event. A number of people turned into NBC who normally would turn into NBC on a Sunday night. It was rough. Yep Dem says, I was watching The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead did stream. I mean, it did trend at the same time as the Golden Globes. So I don't know if they go worldwide, Robbie. I don't know if they can even monitor worldwide. But it was real bad. It was really bad. It was so bad. It was just, wow. Now, I have to say, I think part of the reason that people didn't watch was the scandal. Not only did people not particularly care about, hey, Gabriel McAvoy, not only did people not particularly care about the movies that were nominated because it was such a slow year and most movies didn't come out. Like usually there's a movie like Joker that's nominated and that gets people to tune in. They're like, I don't care about the rest of these movies, but I'm rooting for Joker. You didn't have that this year. So also though, there's the scandal where a lot of people, I like your enthusiasm, Gabriel, where there was the scandal this year where a lot of people were like, man, I'm like really upset about the way the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, it's almost made their awards worthless. And so I'll be curious to see if they can bounce back. They did address it during the thing as they promised, but they more or less just, they found their few members of color. The issue isn't they don't have any members of color, it's that they don't have any black members specifically. But that's absolutely horrible that you would have a body voting on entertainment. Also, it just isn't representative of the world. There are people of all ethnicities everywhere. So not to have that represented in the voting demographic is really bad. So they were like, oh yeah, look, we have this person, like an Indian member, and we're going to work on it. And that's all they said. They said, we're aware that we have a problem. We're going to fix it. And I thought it was like, they handled it really poorly. And they let Tina Fey and Amy Poehler make a lot of jokes about it. That was basically about it. And I have to say, the acceptance speeches were pretty tame. I mean, Sterling K. Brown made the biggest thing about it, but even he wasn't that overt. But it was, it was crazy. It was weird. Now, some of you said you don't like Zoom meetings. That's funny. And I thought that the joke that they said at the beginning, Tina Fey said, could this have all been an email? Yes, it could have. And I thought that was very funny because that's, of course, how people often feel about having to get called into a Zoom meeting when they're like, why did we do all this? But still, I thought it was a pretty interesting show, to be honest with you. I thought it wasn't bad. It was the best Zoom show I've ever seen in terms of an awards show. I thought they still managed to make it feel like you were watching the Golden Globes, right? I thought that it was nice that so many people got dressed up. They had fun backgrounds. I liked who was with them in their frame. I mean, to be fair, at the Emmys, Schitt's Creek rented out that whole room at the Emmys, and Zendaya did this already. She was great. She's a trailblazer. But I think now everybody learned from Zendaya and Schitt's Creek and were like, we should make more of an effort. So I love that every little Zoom window was like a little tableau. It was like Wes Anderson directed all of them. And you really got a sense for what the person's personality was. And that was really cool. Like you got David Fincher taking shots when he loses. It was great. He was taking a lot of shots because he lost everything. And I also really liked children running in. I thought that was adorable, that children would run in and get excited when their parents won. I thought that was something I had never expected to happen, and I thought it was an absolute delight. I just thought that was so cute. As soon as Mark Ruffalo won, all of his children both ran in and jumped up and down, and when the guy who did Queen's Gambit won, his son ran in and gave him a quick hug. It was just really touching. Now, of course, though, the biggest impression were those who didn't dress up, and they really trended on Twitter. Jason Sudeikis trended for wearing a sweatshirt, although it was his sister's company, apparently being under the influence, and also that I liked a lot of people said he was really leaning into being divorced, which I thought was pretty funny. He'll be fine. Although a lot of the reasons that also I think that Jason Sudeikis trended is that people were so thrilled that Ted Lasso got some recognition because it's just really an incredible show. Bill Murray trended for his Hawaiian shirt and martini, and he had a beautiful view of Los Angeles. Donald Sutherland was great because he really was like Wes Anderson-y because he was wearing that tux and he looked so unhappy about it. Jeff Daniels in that room with too many doors and his flannel shirt. And then Jodie Foster. That's right, Josh loves movies. Hey, Ryan McElroy. I thought that Jodie Foster was really sweet. She was in her pajamas and in bed with her wife with their dog. And, particularly because Jodie Foster was in the closet for so long, she was part of Hollywood at a different time. I thought it was really sweet that she was able to be herself. And, again, you got such a strong feeling for people's personalities. Aaron Sorkin apparently lives in a house of all women. It was fascinating. I really liked that stuff about it. Now, of course, and also we'll talk about Anya Taylor-Joy when we go through the winners, but Anya Taylor-Joy looked amazing. She looked so stunning. But I thought, some of the presenters, actually, in fact, most of the presenters were actually on location in either New York or Los Angeles. And they did a good job matching the sets, I felt. It was very hard to tell unless they told you where they were. Jamie Lee Curtis, of course, got the most attention because she had an extremely low-cut dress, which, of course, seemed like it was a double entendre for the name of the show. I'm not a fan of extremely low-cut dresses, but, hey, I can't argue with success. She trended. Also, she called Jamie Lee Curtis called Jodie Foster her bestie, and so that was pretty adorable. And then Ben Stiller, I thought, did a really good job. He was hilarious. I thought Ben Stiller was very funny with his banana bread shaped like a golden globe. And for some reason, even though his gray hair is natural, it looked fake to me. I was like, that's crazy. But I thought some of the sketches were funny. I thought talking to the doctors about having a sickness that was, associated with the pandemic, or with one of the things that was nominated was funny. I just thought it was fun. I thought it was, I had a nice time. Don Cheadle was very funny. Snydolf, I agree. And then I liked getting some new talent recognized. I thought that Emma Corrin and Josh O'Connor from The Crown, Charles and Diana, they're going to get snapped up by a franchise real quick, as I tweeted. And also, I thought it was interesting that they didn't say anything about Emerald Fennell, who played Camilla, the third part of their triangle, who was nominated for for writing and directing for Promising Young Woman. It's tough out there. It's tough. But, as soon as new talent wins an award like this, Audra Day too, someone's going to come for them because they're so hungry for new talent. I like them as Reed and Sue, to be honest, as many of you guys were saying last night. I pegged Emma Corrin for Sue, but some of you said that Josh O'Connor would make a great Reed, and I have to tell you, I think Josh O'Connor would make a great Reed Richards. So we'll see. Also, Chloe Zhao, I was very happy for her, even though I did not care for her film. And there are a lot of Nomadland stands out there. They are probably Hereditary stands, too. Woo! Either you like Nomadland or you do not like Nomadland. I wonder how many people here have seen Nomadland? As some of my colleagues pointed out, it has already been put up on the front page of Hulu. I'm just curious if any of you have watched it. I will tell you that it was very well made. I just did not care for the film itself. Oh, it's a very controversial win. Some like it, some don't care for it, some haven't seen it, some loved it. That's fantastic. But anyway, Chloe Zhao, as some of you have already pointed out, Kevin Feige gambled on her with Eternals, and he won big. She got Best Picture and Best Director, and now she's all teed up to promote Eternals, and that's just really great for him. He's like, yes, I picked the right one. And, there's rumors that she knocked it out of the park with Eternals. I find that a little hard to believe. The comic is very difficult to get into. I'm trying. Even the new one by Jason Aaron with fantastic art. I'm a little bit like, I don't know if I like this. I'm like, how is this just not X-Men? Basically, the Eternals are Marvel's Justice League, which also annoys me, by the way. But we'll see. But I'm very happy for Chloe Zhao because she seems like a genuinely nice person. And then Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, I thought they were okay. They did Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. I didn't think they had any particular funny jokes, but I didn't think they crashed and burned either. I thought it was real cruise control. All right, so let's go through the winners, and I'll tell you what I thought of them. I still can't, I have to find new software. I can't get the window in here to show you what I'm looking at, which is a little frustrating to me. All right, so I'll read it to you then. All right, if you'd like to go along with me, here, I'll give you the website. Hold on. Boop, there it is. Okay, that's the Golden Globes winners list. Lisa, I thought Maya and Keenan were pretty funny, but at least they didn't. They did give out an award. Barb and Star gave out an award. You could see on some people's faces they couldn't believe that they were getting an award from Barb and Star. They were like, "This has been a tough year." All right, so starting out, Best Picture Drama, Nomadland won. When I said I didn't think Nomadland would win, and there were a couple of you Nomadland diehards, even at that time, who were like, "You're wrong, Grace. It's going to win." I thought its moment had passed, but you guys were right. Hollywood, I'm hoping that the Oscars, because they've worked so hard to diversify and, have more current working people in the membership, Hollywood Foreign Press Association skews very old school. So I'm hoping that the Oscars, just like Moonlight won over La La Land, although did they both win that year? Because, they split the category. But, I feel Nomadland is like such an obvious choice to win. But anyway, I guess Mank would have been, Joseph, you're right, the more obvious choice. So Nomadland beat The Father, Mank, Promising Young Woman, and Trial of the Chicago 7. I guess it's really what cause are you rooting for, quite frankly. I really thought the feminist angle on Promising Young Woman was just so incredible that I really wanted that to win. So I was bummed that it didn't. I was pretty upset that it didn't win. Although Barbie Minaj, I agree, Judas and the Black Messiah is also something I would be very happy with winning. So Nomadland, Best Picture Drama, which makes it the front runner. Oh, thank you, Joseph. They did split Best Picture that year. So, to date, the Golden Globes have been very good at predicting winners, which is even though why they're corrupt bastards, everybody still watches their show because they really are good at predicting who's going to win. So Nomadland became the front runner last night for Best Picture Oscar, and so that's going to really hurt the ratings for the Oscars. Then, for Best Picture, Musical or Comedy, Borat won. Borat 2 beat Hamilton, which upset a lot of people, but come on, Hamilton was just still the theatrical thing. If Hamilton had been an actual movie, I think it would have won. Music, which everyone hates, Palm Springs. I know some of you love Palm Springs, but I really disliked it. And then The Prom, which I loved, but that didn't really seem like a movie to me. Boy, Ryan Murphy was upset when he lost, wasn't he? Did you see him there? He couldn't even pretend to be happy for Sacha Baron Cohen, who gave wonderful acceptance speeches. He's so elegant. But yeah, so Sacha Baron Cohen's Borat won Best Musical Comedy. And, that was not a particularly good movie either. So as many of you were pointing out, the category just sucked. All right, so Best Actress, Motion Picture Drama. Andra Day won for the United States versus Billie Holiday. And I have to say, she is just stunning. She looks phenomenal. She went through a transformation to play this role. And I have to say, I did not see this movie, although many of you tweeted me back and said that while you didn't care for the film, you really liked her performance. And I thought that her speech was really gracious. And I thought she just came across like such a wonderful, nice person. I thought she was great. So I was very happy for her, but I was sad for Carey Mulligan because I thought Carey Mulligan really deserved to win for that. Andra Day, to me, I felt because Andra Day is so new, I felt Andra Day's win was the nomination. And then I felt like the win should have been Carey Mulligan, which was really a powerhouse. So I just felt a little bad about that. So anyway, then Best Actor, Motion Picture Drama, Chadwick Boseman won for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I don't think anybody was surprised about that. He was a very talented actor. He deserves to be rewarded posthumously. I still think that he should have won in the Best Supporting for The Five Bloods, but he got it for Ma Rainey. And I'm just happy to see Riz Ahmed nominated here. Hey, Skunkman62. I felt this category wasn't particularly exciting anyway. And I do agree, as some of you were pointing out, his wife's speech was really touching. It was really beautiful. So I thought that was really sweet. Then next, let's go to the next page. Then Rosamund Pike won for I Care a Lot for Best Actress, Musical or Comedy. As I said on Movie Math on Sunday, I hated that movie, although I respected the hell out of it. I thought it was incredibly well made. I thought she was great in it. And as many of you said, this was most likely just to make up for her getting snubbed for Gone Girl. So I was happy that she won because I just like Rosamund Pike. I would like to see her get more work. But, I think she won the best. She was the best in this category, to be honest. It was a weak category. Anya Taylor-Joy for Emma. Michelle Pfeiffer for French Exit. Michelle Pfeiffer's like, what am I even doing here? Kate Hudson for Music. And then Maria Bakalova for Borat. And, again, I think the right person won. It's just an incredibly weak category. Like, wow. Such a bad category. All right, then Best Actor, Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy. Sacha Baron Cohen won again. I was very happy for him, and I'm not surprised that he won either. This was another really weak category, up against James Corden, who looked so unhappy to be there. Lin-Manuel Miranda, who again, that was a theater performance. And then Dev Patel, who I love, but I heard that movie was not good. And then I didn't like Palm Springs, so I think it's a miracle that Andy Samberg was nominated, quite frankly. Then Best Supporting Actress, they do this across all the movies. There's no category anymore, so Jodie Foster won for The Mauritanian. And I would have liked to have seen Amanda Seyfried win for Mank or Helena Zengel for News of the World. But, there was a little bit of a political bent, I think, maybe to the awards this year after Borat, and then I think this. So that's why I think Jodie Foster won. And she gave a nice, what was it, Aaron Rodgers, right? She gave a football shout-out. I thought that was nice. Then Supporting Actor, Daniel Kaluuya won. I'm so happy that he won for Judas and the Black Messiah. That is such a phenomenal film. I hope that the Oscars give it more recognition. The Oscar nominations come out March 15th. I hope that it gets a lot of attention. And he gave Shaka King, who's the director of that movie, a shout out, which was very much deserved. This was a tough category. He beat out Leslie Odom Jr. for One Night in Miami, Bill Murray for On the Rocks, Jared Leto for The Little Things. Why was he nominated for that? And Sacha Baron for Trial of the Chicago 7. I thought Sacha Baron Cohen was better in Chicago 7 than he was in Borat 2, but, he still won a Golden Globe, so who cares? But I think Sacha Baron Cohen should get more acting work. I think he should be Moon Knight. With all due respect to Oscar Isaac, I think it should be Sacha Baron Cohen. I think he's really talented. If you didn't see The Spy on Netflix, you're missing out. So anyway, Daniel Kaluuya, I'm so happy for him. I think he's incredibly talented, and that to me was like one of the most deserving wins of the night, when you were like, that's who should have won. There is a God. All right, then Best Director. This had 3 women in the category, which was, I think, really nice, welcome change. So I thought, still David Fincher would probably win because he's never won director, which is incredible to think of. But Chloe Zhao won because they really loved Nomadland. I agree with many of you. Oh, I forgot to turn my heat off. Sorry. I agree with many of you that it was more almost like a documentary. But, I'm glad she won. I think that I'm not upset about that win at all. I think she's great. Then Best Screenplay, Aaron Sorkin won. I really wish that Emerald Fennell had won for Promising Young Woman. But instead, Aaron Sorkin did because he's a god among screenwriters, I'm not surprised that he won, but I'm a little disappointed in it, to be honest with you. But he gave a nice speech there. I thought that was sweet. By the way, I don't know if you saw it, but the Father people, who wrote The Father, they were very upset that they didn't win. They were not prepared to act graciously for losing. Then Best Animated Film, Soul won, and what did he call it? What did Tracy Morgan call it? Like Saul, right? I think he did that intentionally. It was not, what John Travolta called Idina Menzel. But anyway, I'm so glad that Soul won. This was a surprisingly tough category. I thought that Onward and Over the Moon were also really strong, and many of you swear by Wolfwalkers, but Soul's just an amazing movie. It totally deserved to win. Best Foreign Language Film, Minari, even though it's made in the United States. Because, this isn't foreign film, it's foreign language film. And so I guess maybe the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, it was a foreign film because they're all from other countries. But I didn't care for Minari, but I like what Minari represents in terms of representation. So, yeah, sure, let's give it a Golden Globe. I want to see everybody in it succeed. Then Best Score, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross were up for 2 movies. And they won along with John Batiste for Soul, which to me was the slam dunk. It should have definitely won. It was an incredible, incredible score. Very dynamic. Best Song, I hate the song category every year. These songs aren't in the damn movie. So if you want to hear The Life Ahead, which I guess is sung over the credits of that Sophia Loren movie, there you go. All right, now we're going to go into TV. And this is embarrassing because they're saying The Crown won and they're using the poster and actors from earlier seasons. What a joke, HFP. They pay somebody. Do you know that people who are members get paid even to run the website? They're getting paid thousands of dollars to run this website, and they can't even put up the right damn pictures. Like, what the hell? All right, so anyway, let's go into television. Ridiculous. So, The Crown won, and I felt a little disappointed because The Crown wins all the time. It's amazing television. I'm not going to dispute that. It's incredible. Like, you wouldn't think a show about the British monarchy would be as bingeable as The Crown is. But you just sit there and you watch it constantly. You're like, put it in my veins. But I felt that Lovecraft Country, Mandalorian, and Ozark were just, they deserved recognition. Ratched, I don't know. People love Ratched. I did not care for it, although the production design on that show is incredible. So I would have loved Ozark to have won. But, I can't be upset that The Crown won, but I'd like a couple of other shows to get some time in the sun. Then Best Musical Comedy Series, Schitt's Creek. They were losing a lot of the acting awards, so I'm glad they got the big one. It was tough competition in the TV categories. And they beat out Emily in Paris, which shouldn't have been nominated and was only nominated because they flew every member to Paris to see it film. But I thought that The Flight Attendant, The Great, and Ted Lasso, this was like a Sophie's Choice in this category because those are all phenomenal television shows. But, Flight Attendant, The Great, and Ted Lasso are all continuing, but this was the last season for Schitt's Creek, so I think it was important to recognize that. Then, Best Television Motion Picture, like a limited series or motion picture, The Queen's Gambit. Oh, I'm so happy that it won. I thought that was a phenomenal show. It totally deserved to win. And I was very happy to see it win. Then Best Actress in a television motion picture, it was Anya Taylor-Joy. Also, totally deserving. Cate Blanchett didn't even show up via Zoom. She was like, I know I'm not going to win this, although it was weird to watch Nicole Kidman lose in front of her daughter. One of the unfortunate times that a child was on screen. Like, Nicole Kidman was in the frame with Keith Urban and her daughter, and then she lost. And I was like, ooh, that's tough. But welcome to showbiz, kid. But I was very happy for Anya Taylor-Joy. She looked absolutely incredible, and she just was amazing. She was just the center of the focal point of that show. She was a big part of why it worked. Then Best Actor, Motion Picture for Television Series Drama. Oh no, this is also for a miniseries. Mark Ruffalo won. Now, I tweeted that he was the least deserving in the category, which annoyed many Mark Ruffalo stans. But come on, Bryan Cranston in Your Honor, that was okay. I started to watch that show, but then I stopped it because I was like, I don't care about this. Jeff Daniels in The Comey Rule was amazing. Hugh Grant was so good in The Undoing. He should have won. And then Ethan Hawke, I didn't get a chance to watch The Good Lord Bird, but he looked like he was doing a great job in it. Mark Ruffalo, he played twins, so I guess it's kind of hard to beat him on that. But, I just felt it was the same old for him. And I really did not like that show. I did not like I Know This Much Is True. I couldn't finish it. Okay, then Best Actress Drama Series. Emma Corrin won for playing Princess Diana. That just really hurt everyone's chances of winning to playing Princess Diana going forward. So it sucks for Kristen Stewart. And, I did feel bad for Laura Linney. That was the one person I think we were all like, but Laura Linney, she doesn't get recognition for Ozark. Come on, man. But she didn't. But, Emma Corrin, awards shows love to anoint ingenues as the new talent. So this was a big thing for Emma Corrin and very much in what awards shows like to do. I thought she was pretty good as Princess Diana. I didn't think she was amazing. I thought Josh O'Connor was a little bit better, to be honest with you. And he won. Up next, Josh O'Connor won for Best Actor in a Drama Series, beating out Jason Bateman for Ozark and Matthew Rhys for Perry Mason. Although, I just Matthew Rhys had a crazy beard, by the way. I was like, what's on your face, Matthew? And Al Pacino, of course, looked ridiculous in this category. But, Josh O'Connor, he took such a difficult role of playing Charles, who was so disliked by so many people, and played him with a lot of empathy. Hey, Voided Mirror. I just thought he did an incredible job. And so I thought he totally deserved it. And his, accent, he doesn't even talk like that in real life. It's, as good as Margaret Thatcher, who we're going to get to in a moment. But anyway, Best Television Actress Musical Comedy, Catherine O'Hara. She's a legend. She hasn't won really any awards through her whole career. Of course she got it. Although I think that was a gag where her husband was playing music on his phone. It did not work. But I thought that there were great people in this category. Kaylee Cuoco for The Flight Attendant was also just like The Queen's Gambit with Anya Taylor-Joy. Kaylee Cuoco was the heart of The Flight Attendant. And so I felt bad that she couldn't win. And then Elle Fanning, I think that, and he also lost, but we'll get to actor comedy in a moment, but Nicholas Hoult was really, really good on The Great too. The Great is an incredible show. Someone's got to, if you're not watching The Great, you're really missing out. It's very inappropriate though, so don't watch it with your family members or anyone you don't want to see sex scenes with. All right, so next then, Best Television Actor, Musical Comedy, Jason Sudeikis, who did not expect to win, and as some of you pointed out, Don Cheadle had to tell him to wrap it up. But I thought, I just love Ted Lasso so much, and it's such a good show. I was so happy to see it get this recognition. And to be honest with you, Ted Lasso is such a 180 from what Jason Sudeikis is apparently like in real life. It's incredible. He's like, I've never seen a character like this in modern Hollywood. It's just really great. Then best supporting actress in all of television was Gillian Anderson for Thatcher. No one's beaten the Thatcher accent. I like that Tina Fey had Thatcher. The Thatcher accent was her sickness. Yeah, no one's beating that. She just was like amazing in that role. And then, let's see here, best supporting actor in television, John Boyega won. I was very happy for him. You know, I haven't gotten the chance to see Small Axe, but, you know, John Boyega is doing it right. He made a big stink about how he was treated by Disney, then he dropped it, and now he's moving forward and he's getting awards and he's rebuilding his career. So I'm very happy for him, and I'll be curious to see what he gets off of this. Although I have to say this was a ridiculously tough category. Brendan Gleeson was amazing as Trump in The Comey Rule. Daniel Levy lost for Schitt's Creek, the show that he created. And Jim Parsons, you know, I thought in Hollywood his character was really insensitive, but I thought that he did a great job with it. And then they had the two awards of the night. They gave the Cecil B. DeMille Award for Jane Fonda, who is a wonderful activist and Hollywood royalty because, of course, she's Henry Fonda's daughter. But I have to say they made her body of work look a lot better in that clip reel than it actually was. I was like, you're making it look like she had this amazing career, and it was only medium. But I thought that Norman Lear's Carol Burnett Award clip reel was incredible. I thought that was just amazing, and it really showed how important it is in entertainment to embrace these issues and depict different types of characters because it brings it into people's living rooms. And I just thought that was so important, and I think that he was the pioneer of that, and I was so happy that that clip reel highlighted that. So I just thought that was great. That was like, that, I feel like Indiana Jones. That clip reel belongs in a museum. It was so good. It was just really, really amazing. So, all right, it's 6:24. We talked a lot about this. So you may ask me anything that you would like about the Golden Globes for, let's say, till 6:30. And then I must go. So we got 5 minutes. Anything you'd like. Sufjan says, do you think Promising Young Woman will be snubbed at the Oscars? It's not looking good, Sufjan27. I feel like it's not the year for feminism as a subject matter. I think that just is not something people want to reward, which is sad. Who is this other question? Rodney, I'm not going to do a Raya ticket montage. I don't have the time to edit the tickets because I'll be covering WandaVision. This is why you can't do this. It's like I got to, you know, and so I think some people will argue that it's different audiences, but I think when are they going to realize that for most people, we like everything? Portis2 says, thoughts on Mank not winning anything. Oh, I didn't even realize that until you pointed it out. I have to say that Mank was a really incredible film for the first 2/3, and then it just became unwatchable and like really horrible. I know people who've turned it off. So I feel bad that it didn't win anything because I think it deserves some recognition for what David Fincher accomplished. But, you know, again, maybe it's too complex. And, you know, I think that you saw like really simple movies that had really simple messages do really well. I'm going to watch Chaos Walking this evening, and I'm not sure what I'm having for dinner just yet. Robbie Mann says, will Elizabeth Olsen be nominated next year? You know, let's see what other television comes out. I mean, it's just starting the year, but I can't imagine that she wouldn't be, especially on the Golden Globes where they divide it into two different categories. And they really want people to tune in. The Golden Globes is very business savvy. They know what it takes to get people to watch their telecast. It's the second most watched telecast after the Oscars, which is one of the reasons that it's also very powerful. So I think she will get nominated. I don't think the show is going to be nominated substantially. Like The Mandalorian only got one nomination. And I think that she could be WandaVision's only nomination, to be honest with you. But I think she deserves it. She'd be like Jason Sudeikis is to Ted Lasso. Elizabeth Olsen would be that to WandaVision. Youngie says, do you think will be a similar format for the Oscars? You know, I don't think it will be because this did so poorly in the ratings. I think the Oscar producers are going to look at this and be like, holy crap, no one wants to watch Zoom stuff anymore. So I think they will not do it that way. Also, I don't know how much they can save it, to be honest with you. I think a big part of it is just the films that are nominated. Rodney says, will Raya win awards or will Luca win undeservingly? Well, Rodney, you haven't even seen Luca yet. I think it's too early to tell, you know? And also, let's see what happens when Encanto comes out. When is Encanto supposed to come out? Isn't that also this year? Let me check. Yeah, it's this year. In November. That's Lin-Manuel Miranda. Encanto shall win everything. They're both going to lose because it's going to be Encanto. Now, I know that he didn't do well with Hamilton, but that's because that was just a filmed stage performance. It was not actually a film piece of artwork. Encanto is dropping the same week as House of Gucci? That's nuts. Where will stands go? To Lady Gaga or Lin-Manuel? Evelyn. Hey, Evelyn. I have not seen you here before. Whose Oscar chances got better with the Golden Globes? Nomadland, for sure. Suddenly, no, and I think Chloe Zhao. You know, on all fronts, Nomadland became a really big front runner. I hope to see some. I hope there's a little bit of a mix-up. I hope that we see some films that really didn't get nominated at the Golden Globes get nominated at the Oscars, because I don't want it just to be a repeat of this. Robbie Mann says, House of Gucci. That's right, Lisa. Adam Driver is in that, and his stands are also powerful. Sean, I would love for Carey Mulligan to get an Oscar. I don't know if it's going to happen, though. Mika, I don't know who's being cast as Nora Allen, but I know that they're putting it together and that they've put the offer out there. I heard that they weren't supposed to release the Superman announcement until after the Snyder Cut had been, debuted. So I think Walter Hamada must be feeling the pressure. He's like, I can't take it anymore. Portis 2, the Eternals ad campaign is a ways off. Hey, Peter Vincent Quintillo, because you haven't even started Shang-Chi. Although the toys have begun to leak. We've had Eternals toy leaks for a long time. That was supposed to have come out a long time ago, though. That got pushed back. Both Black Widow and Eternals got pushed back like a year. Oh, it's 6:30. Okay, I'll do like 2 more questions. Random Gamer, I'll probably post the Raya spoiler review. Does it play Thursday night in theaters? Let me see. As I'd like to post it on Thursday night before WandaVision. Nope, there's no Thursday night showings anymore. So, damn it, I'm not sure. I guess maybe Friday afternoon after I post my... But then I it's right smack in the middle of my WandaVision coverage. God damn it. God damn it. Let's see here. What is that? Mika, Danny Garcia says Henry Cavill is still Superman. Well, technically, what is she going to say? I think a lot of times you guys have to realize what is representation going to say. She's not going to say, yep, my client got fired. She's going to insist that he's Superman until she finds him something better. Also, he could still be showing up in Black Adam because she, of course, is a producer on that film along with her ex-husband, Dwayne Johnson, who she's still very much in business with. So they're like, he's our Superman. So I think that's also the issue. Sean, I thought Anya Taylor-Joy's hair and dress couldn't be more perfect. Roy says, who would you cast Henry Cavill as in the MCU? Easy. Kraven the Hunter. You're welcome. Ryan says, how about the Little Mermaid trailer? Well, she recently dyed her hair red, right? Halle Bailey. I'm not sure. I think that they're going to be really careful with that. Maybe with Cruella, because that's the next live action movie. Animation to live action. All right, let me do a couple of shout-outs, everybody. What are you up to? Let me give you some shout-outs. What are you eating? What are you doing? Where are you? Anna, you just made it. Anna, say, I'm sorry, we're almost done. We're doing shout-outs now. I'm not answering any more questions, but I will be live tweeting Superman and Lois tomorrow night. Rodney says, napping and doing the Bird Box. Nate Fried Sokaride says, I'm in Missouri eating nerds. That's fantastic. Sugar Rush. Random Gamer 77 is getting ready for bed in chilly Malta. Let's see here. Who's eating KFC in London? Oh, in Boston. Dancing Doug 60 is having leftover KFC in Boston. Frappo just woke up in Hong Kong. First time catching a stream. Oh, what luck. I was late and it allowed you to join. I'm so happy. Juan Rosas is in Argentina. Hello. ES is going to go to sleep now. Jason is in San Francisco finishing the workday. Forrest 1234 is having Salisbury steak in Jersey. Love it. Let's see here. Daniel's birthday is tomorrow. Daniel McConkey. Happy early birthday. Thomas says, I'm eating Himalayan chickpea snacks in Colorado. I've never even heard of that. Carlos is getting McDonald's. Carlos, I'm very jealous of you. I haven't had McDonald's in a year. God damn, COVID. Let's see here. More Than Just Film says, in Birmingham, England, eating my heart out. Let's see here. Hocus Pocus also has McDonald's. A 20-piece McNugget box with your Newfoundland. Can dogs eat chicken nuggets? I guess so. Who wrote that? What's that? Hold on. Someone wrote something pretty funny. I don't see it. Oh yeah, Royce is being pumped on life in Westchester. Jico says, chilling in my new living room. Oh yes, you moved, Jico. I hope you like your new place. Nicholas is about to see promising young woman for the first time here in Brazil. Ready to be annoyed she was robbed. Chad's at the gym in Manhattan. Good for you. Stay safe. William Gist is eating 3 cheese ravioli and just finished his homework in South Carolina. Oh, what a nice evening. Let's see here. Whose birthday is it today? Hold on. Where did it go? No, I'm missing the person whose birthday it is. Where is it? Classic Action Figures wish them a happy birthday. Where is it? Oh no, I want to wish the person a happy birthday. Who's having pizza? I'm easily distracted. Pizza in Las Vegas. Delicious. Fishman, it's Fishman's birthday? Thank you. Happy birthday, Fishman. Braden's signing up for Paramount Plus for 50% off in Colorado. Good for you. I got that deal. Alex just ate porridge. Going to rewatch some Drag Race. That sounds fun. Oh, it's your birthday too, Honestly? I'm so happy you made it so we can wish you a happy birthday. Elizabeth Johnson's waiting for some sushi to be delivered. You guys are living your best lives. Ivan is just chilling on the couch watching the stream. I love it. Let's see. You guys are so sweet to wish each other a happy birthday. Let's see. Classy Action Figures. Yes, you were wishing people a happy birthday. That was very nice of you. Adam G is doing university work in Scotland. Robbie is adapting a book into a screenplay. Good luck. I do wish you luck. Break a leg. Let's see here. And Peter is who just joined, says he's in the Philippines, Mabuhay. I'm sure I mispronounced that. And it's 7:35 a.m. in the morning. Good morning. And it's a work day. You're already on Tuesday. And Trevin has the strawberry acai from Starbucks. Oh, delicious. Well, Fishman, are you doing work in Boston on your birthday? You're doing work on your birthday. You're good. And then Johnny Azul says, eating a hamburger in San Francisco. Delicious. All right, everybody. Oh, Othman is tired from my shift in the hospital. Well, good for you. I'm just so, thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart for everything that you're doing during this pandemic. And Danny Dumphy says, eating Chinese food with my dad and watching this stream. Hey to you and your dad, Danny. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow and have a great day. A lot of reviews this week. The embargo lifts for Chaos Walking on Wednesday and Coming to America on Thursday. That's the next big videos. And then whatever news might pop up. All right, everybody. See you soon. Bye. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye.